What's up, y'all?
Bad is when you're capable of beating it back. I've been working at it ever since I came to this planet. I ain't quite there yet, but I'm getting better at it.
Yes, what's up going on? They get. I love to see kids walking to school and dancing and stuff. Get it, get it, get it, get it. I get it, get it. I get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. I get it. He get it, get it. They dancing at school. I love it. I love kids. I'll pump them up too. What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. This is your honey, Basketball Wives, Love and Hip Hop, all that shit. I haven't watched it, so y'all gonna have to wait. And I'm really mad because I really don't like to watch nobody else's reviews on anything that, like the shows, because I don't want my opinion to be, you know, I don't want to take on somebody else's opinion. I want to watch it for myself and see, you know, later, like, where were the similarities. I always look like at James, Funky Dineva, Sean hasn't really been doing too many reality show, because honey, the reality of the world of entertainment is more interesting than these goddamn reality shows. But speaking of reality shows, I want to know if when we are watching these reality shows and these women come into conflict with each other based on whatever the reason, are they ghetto? Are they ghetto because they're tired of somebody fucking with them? Are Nene, Portia, Kenya, Kim, Sheree, Tammy, Shani, Evelyn, Jennifer, Malaysia, are all those women ghetto? Because I'm trying to understand how we are aligning confrontation and resolving conflict. Go, bitch! Resolving conflict in a physical way. Although we know that is not the way, but people have their limits. Are all those women ghetto? Because they got into a physical altercation or tried to get into a physical altercation with somebody that was fucking with them or getting on their nerves, or they just didn't like. Do y'all remember when you was 25 how you resolved conflict with somebody who was talking shit about you? Do you remember that? Do you remember reacting in an emotional way, so emotional that your behavior on the outside looking in seemed illogical? Like, why would she want to fight her? Do you remember when you was 25? Because I think a lot of us are really watching this Cardi B, Nicki Minaj fiasco from where we are today, right? So I like to see it from the perspective of a girl raised in the hood, and we call it the hood is a short for neighborhood, and neighborhood, we call it the hood because these are urban areas that are mostly made up of black and brown people. The hood, the ghetto, urban areas throughout America. Okay, ghettos are also in other countries, they call them ghettos. This is where the people who don't have no money, who don't have access, who don't have resources, that's what they call it, okay? Also in that, there's a state of mind that comes in that. And part of that state of mind is survival. And part of that state of mind is resolving conflict by either fighting or killing. It's the truth. It's not something to be proud of, but it is the truth. A lot of these girls and boys have been raised to resolve conflict by fighting. Cardi B is 25 years old. No, that's not an excuse, but you can stand in a place of a 25-year-old girl from the hood, from the ghetto, who has been taught to resolve conflict in this way. Just because Cardi B has now have her hands on a little bit of money, a little bit of access, and she's in the limelight or in the spotlight, that doesn't mean that it automatically resolves her of dealing with conflict in a physical way. That doesn't mean anything. The problem that I have is that we believe that access and having a little bit of money is going to civilize us in a way that we should know better not to misbehave or not to act up, because, girl, you have access to this now. You got your hands on this now. Don't fuck it up. You can get your people out of the hood and the ghetto. Don't fuck it up by resorting to how you used to resolve conflict. She's 25 years old, y'all. I remember getting into a fight, I think I was 24 or 25, in front of the club. You want to know why? Because a girl took roses from the little Mexican lady that sells the roses in the club. She was out in the front. She took the roses from the lady, a bully, took the roses from the lady and threw them on someone's car, and that car happened to be my friend's car, a candy red painted 68 Mustang. So I went into the club and I told him, somebody's outside fucking with your car, throwing shit on your car. The girl was drunk. I ended up knocking that bitch out and choking that bitch. For what reason? It didn't have shit to do with me, but I saw she was misbehaving in a way that I didn't like, and I've always told you, I don't fuck with bullies. I don't fuck with bullies. I will fight you if you fucking with somebody else. I will whoop your ass if you fucking with somebody else. I'm gonna beat your ass. Ain't gonna be no talking. I'm gonna treat you the way you treating this other person. Ain't gonna be no talking. Was it right? No. Did I feel justified in my actions? Of course I did. I was 25, bitch. You couldn't tell me a goddamn thing. I know everything. So you couldn't give me no advice on, Erica, maybe you should have walked up to the girl and talked to her. Maybe you should have ignored it. You guys cannot call this girl. We cannot call our own people. I know amongst us, we'd be like, oh, child, the ghetto. That's amongst us. You know what I'm saying? That's something we've taken this idea. And if we really want to get down to it, all this alignment with saying, oh, I'm not ghetto, I'm not a hood rat. She is, but I'm not. Even though y'all was raised in the same fucking neighborhood around the corner or whatever. Maybe your parents taught you how to deal with conflict in a different way. But that don't make you no different from that, because when it's all said and done, you a hood rat and you ghetto. No matter, I don't give a fuck how many degrees you have, how many commas you have in your bank account. When you get into a fight, they're going to say you ghetto. They're going to say you a hood rat. You guys have to understand that girl's 25 years old. She may not have reacted as we would have in our age right now, but think back to how you handled conflict when you were in your 20s. Think about it. Think about it. Think about how you felt if somebody was just looking at you crazy. Bitch, what the fuck are you looking at? Okay, now we fighting. Why? Because somebody looked at you crazy? That shit is stupid. But guess what? It happens, and we can't act like it doesn't happen, and we can't keep calling somebody ghetto and hood rat because they defended themselves. Because of the set and setting isn't appropriate for you based on whatever experience and truths you've decided to accept. We can't continue to say that, and we cannot remove the reason why the girl reacted. Why? Why did she react this way? Because she just 3 months ago, she was hugging the girl. What did that girl do for this girl to behave in this ghetto way in front of all these white people? What is it? What was it? And then this idea that Cardi B is not black. We have to really, and I really want to make a whole video about this, because we have to realize there's black Americans, then there's Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, Haitians, fucking, who else? Who else is out there? Where the slaves, the African slaves, were dropped off first in these areas where the people still have a hold to their culture. We have black culture, sure, but they have a language, they have a flag, they have a whole identity that we tend to, I don't know if it's, I, for one, envy that. When I sit down and I watch Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans and Cubans and everybody who has they were able to hold on to their rich culture despite of their ancestors being enslaved in these countries. They were still able to hold on to traditions and rituals and things like that. And a lot of our traditions and rituals are stemmed in those early like rituals and early religious practice, West African religious practices and stuff like that. So we cannot say now, because she doesn't identify, she's not saying I'm black, because you a black American. So you say I'm black or African American. She can say she's Trini and Dominican American, because her heritage and her ethnicity, that's where her family comes from. But she was born in America. Okay, yes, she speaks another language, ain't nothing wrong. I wish I spoke Spanish as fluent better than I actually do. So I don't understand why we like to say, well, she's not black, or they're not black, they don't know what it means to be black, don't align her with black women. She is a black woman. You may not like it, but she is a African Latino. You guys I don't understand what's wrong with understanding or accepting that those people, given their rich culture, are still from Africa. Their family, their ancestors are from Africa. And if you want to even put 2 on the 10, my nigga, Nicki Minaj wasn't even born in America. She was born in Trinidad. So, bitch, you Trinidadian. You ain't even a Trini American. Unless she, you know, I don't know, she applied for citizenship or whatever. I don't know what the fuck, how that works or whatever the fuck. But at the end of the day, don't say that girl's not black. Don't say she's fighting against black women. Don't say she's stealing the culture. Hip-hop started by Afro-Latinos and black people. Black and brown people is what started hip-hop. DJ Kool Herc is Jamaican. Bambaataa, where is he from? Is he from the Bahamas, Antigua? Where the hell is he from? All of them. The founders of hip-hop are Afro-Latino. So by Nicki Minaj saying you stealing my culture, bitch, no. No, that's not true. That is just not factual. It's not. So don't say that. I'm so disgusted with the fact that all of these things are the way that people are separating themselves from each other. That's the reason why if we were a segregated people, we would exercise classism. Because everybody's like, oh my gosh, she's so ghetto. But you don't remember how you acted when you was in your early 20s? You don't remember how you acted out one time if you've ever been into a fight and you think back like that was a stupid ass reason to fight. That was really stupid. I'm sure 10 years from now, Cardi B will look back and say, that was dumb. You know, I overreacted. But now she's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. If you got beef with me, we got beef forever. She already told y'all that. And these behaviors, this pattern, remember I told you, I'm okay. I could forgive somebody if you do it once. But if I see a pattern of behavior in the way that you behave and how you treat these other women coming in the game, and you want to be so-called black empowerment, you wouldn't even film the video. Super Sport, what is it? Super Sport with motherfucking Migos and Cardi B. You wouldn't even film together. Oh, we had a conflict of scheduling. That's a lie, bitch. We know it's a fucking lie. You didn't want to film with her, Miss Female Empowerment. You asked people to leave rooms. I just watched a clip of Dream Doll. That bitch is whack as fuck. But she's a rapper trying to make it in this game. She was in a room. She was there for a scheduled interview or whatever. Nicki Minaj and her 15 people walked in and then told somebody to tell that girl to leave. That's what the fuck? Like, that shit pisses me the fuck off. That shit is not cool. That shit is not cool. And everybody say, oh my God, Nicki's more successful, more of this. Yes, she's a shrewd ass fucking businesswoman. I don't know if y'all remember that interview that she had. It was like a little documentary. She had that wig on and she's sitting in the studio, put her makeup on, and she's saying men get applauded for being ruthless, but I get called a bitch. You are a bitch. You are an asshole, and you treat other women in the game with this asshole behavior. Yes, she had security. Both of them had security. We understand that. But this girl does not care. You said something to her that triggered her. No matter how small it was big to her, big enough for her to confront you and let you know, bitch, every time I see you, we are going to have a problem because I'm tired of you fucking with me. And the only way you are going to understand that I'm sick and tired of your shit is by putting my motherfucking hands on you. What is the misunderstanding here? She's not black. Okay, so what? I had a lot of shit to talk about. Oh, Cardi B said she has no remorse for what she did. She'd do it again. Like I said, when you're that age, I mean, even at my age, if I do something, I'm a figure out a way to justify my behavior, as we all do. Like everybody is trying to justify Nicki Minaj's behavior. Come on, y'all. Like, we gotta be objective, and there's nothing wrong. And like, you know, I'm hard on Nicki Minaj. I don't like the way that she treats other people. I don't like it. I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't even like it if it was the other way around, if it was Cardi B acting in the same manner towards Nicki Minaj. If it's Cardi B keeping women from making money. If it's Cardi B doing everything. If Cardi B was talking shit, slick shit, underlying shit about Cardi B, I mean, if Cardi B was talking about Nicki Minaj and Nicki Minaj confronted her, everybody would y'all be okay with it? Or would you have that same energy? Nicki Minaj is ghetto. That hood rat. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't understand why nobody understands that. You have to think about how old the girl is, your level of maturity. Nicki Minaj is 36 years old. She about to be 40 years old. And you fucking with a 25-year-old. You keep fucking with her. Called her a pig. Said she needed mental help. Same shit we've been saying about your fucking ass, bitch. She done told you niggas, if a bitch has beef with me, it's going to be forever. And that's the bottom line. She's tried to say nice things about her, tried to say she don't have no problems with her. She tried. The girl tried. After a while, you just say, man, fuck this bitch. I'm about to beat her motherfucking ass, because that's the only way I feel like she's going to be able to understand where the fuck I'm coming from. Because this is the way I was taught to resolve conflict. We ain't sitting down talking. All these reality shows, that's all ghetto? Or these are people that are reacting to or resolving conflict in a way that you're probably too mature to be acting this way. I can understand. I don't think it's right for people to be fighting at all, putting your hands on anybody. But I understand when you've reached your point and when you've reached your limit with someone, how that can happen. How can it go down like that? You know, I don't know. And then the fans, that's what's really crazy, is the fans. Because this is the thing, like Remy Ma said, y'all want to talk shit on record over and over again, sneak dissing people, but then when that person sees you in public, like me, like all of us making these YouTube videos, if I say something, I'm talking shit about people, and I finally see the person I'm talking shit about, and they come up to me and confront me, and we end up getting into a fight, is that person ghetto? Or are they tired of me talking shit about them? You have to be careful, because everybody's pumping it up. But when something tragic happens, and God forbid fatal happens, now everybody wants to stop the violence. You got to tell people to stop fucking with people. That's the bottom line. Stop talking about people. Yeah, we want y'all to battle in your raps, but keep the entertainment going. It's entertaining. But when you start attacking people personally, like on the outside, you take it, it's just too much. It's very confusing, because it's just like, we want y'all to battle, show your skill set. And even Cardi B has said before, and this is the underlying thing. Cardi B has said before, I don't want to be the queen of nothing. I don't want to be the queen of nothing. I want to rap and make this motherfucking shmoney. That's what she says. That's her mindset. She figured out, oh, I'm a stripper. Wait a minute, I can rap, I got flow, people like me, I'm a likable personality, I'm relatable to these girls. Y'all listen to the City Girls and you calling Cardi B ghetto? The fuck out of here. So she didn't say, I don't want to be the queen. Nikki thinks that somebody is trying to take her position, so she's fighting everybody for her position, to maintain her position. That's insecurity. Whether you feel like you too old, whether you feel like these girls got better skill set than you, whether you feel like you tired. Well, Barbie Dream's video, I have to say, was really cute, especially that damn green raincoat with that fucking hair that looked like a Jolly Rancher. I said, come on, stylist, wigs, and styling. That video was really cute. The wigs was cute. Everything was cute. Still, the song originated with Biggie, and Lil' Kim did the song afterwards. Now, ironically, I think it's hilarious that Nicki Minaj did a song like Biggie and Kim. Anyways, so the umpires are considering striking against Serena Williams. Now, the only reason why they're doing this is because a black woman on a public platform told a white person, Italian or whatever the fuck, European, Greek, whatever the fuck he is, to apologize to her ass. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Every black man needs to fucking stand up and support Serena Williams. Every nigga that got a platform, that got a camera in front of his face, needs to support Serena Williams. Because what happens in society knows that the majority, when a black woman stands up, black men tend to, like, you know, go into the bushes. They tend to disappear into the bushes and allow her to stand on stage and deal with the disrespectful behavior on her own. They know that. That's why they attack black women in the manner that they do, because they know they don't got no support from their men. That's the one thing I say. That's the one thing I say about black men. And I'm not gonna disclaimer some, not all. We already know who the fuck I'm talking about. If it doesn't fucking apply to you, then shut the fuck up. Because what happens is, when I make a critique of black men, a black man who believes that he doesn't embody what I'm critiquing decides to defend the behavior, and so you come off looking stupid. So don't do that. They know, society, they know that black women, when we are dealing with adversities, stand alone with each other. We support each other in that way. But it's very few and far between that a black man will get on TV and defend a black woman to the point where that's all he's talking about. These white motherfuckers need to know that black women have support. Besides, we support each other in that way. But they know the behaviors. They know the behaviors. That's why they're attacking Serena the way that they are. Yes, men have been fined. Yes, John McEnroe was a hot fucking mess. Even John McEnroe said that what happened to Serena is unequal. It would never happen to a man. He even said it. We know why she's being attacked. That cartoon that somebody drew, it didn't have anything to do with race. But you got her in a cartoon with overpronounced lips, overpronounced features, jumping up like a gorilla. Y'all want to make fun of the greatest athlete in the world? That's how y'all doing it? And then have a little skinny, tiny white woman off to the side, and then the umpire said, we should just let her win. Like Serena isn't a fucking powerhouse that she ain't let no white bitch beat her. She don't let nobody. Nobody's letting Serena win. Serena's beating asses every time she get on that motherfucking court. She lays her fucking heart. Oh, I'm about to get emotional. She lays her heart out there. She's the greatest athlete, beating people while she was pregnant. And y'all want to draw her looking like an ape. Y'all not slick. Y'all make me sick with that shit. That's the problem that I have with people who do shit that's wrong, is they don't stand up. And that's the problem I have with this cartoonist who drew Serena. It didn't have anything. Yes, it did, motherfucker. Say it did. Just say it did. Nicki Minaj. Oh, I wasn't really saying anything. Bitch, say it was. Say what it is, bitch. Stand in your motherfucking shit, queen. I'm done talking. Let me drink my coffee and shut the fuck up. Then I saw a post about hurricanes. It was on Funky.Neva. Funky.Neva had a post about hurricanes, and the caption was basically saying, you don't believe this shit. Black people always making up shit. Well, we have folklores, okay? We have folklores, and we have, you know, stories that our ancestors have told us. And yes, folklores are embellishments, but you got to look inside of the folklore to find the truth. How did the story start? The stories usually start from some truth, and then as they're retold, you know what I'm saying, it starts to get a little bit more interesting, and those interesting additions are not always true. Here's a fact about hurricanes. No, it wasn't about women or anything like that, but here's a fact. Yes, the weather, his point was whether hurricanes were hurricanes before the slave trade. This is absolutely a fact. Okay, we understand that. The weather pattern that is called a hurricane, and the word hurricane comes from God of storm, and that's from Latin. Okay, and we didn't see the word hurricane until the mid-16th century, the word hurricane, right? But the fact is that the weather patterns of hurricanes start in the Middle Passage. This is where you get the folklore about our ancestors stirring shit up. And almost always hurricanes land in the Caribbean, where the slaves were dropped off first. So that is where the folklore comes from. Relax. Phyllis Diller, shit. But that's where the folklore comes from. Is because the pattern of hurricanes, and y'all can go look for yourself and do your research, but the path of hurricanes start in the Middle Passage, where the slaves were, where the slaves came through, where they brought the slaves through, and where they landed first is where usually your hurricanes land first. So that's where the folklore comes from. Don't take that away from us. Those are stories. For us, they got American folklore, we got African folklore. You understand what I'm saying? All of these shit, the Bible is folklore, if you really want to get down to it. So, don't take that away from us. It's nothing wrong with folklores. There's some truth. When you peel it back, there's some truth in folklores. Period. Anyways, I don't know what else. Oh, Jeffrey Owens, he said that the reason why he was working at goddamn Trader Joe's is because what the fuck Bill Cosby did, he fucked up everybody's money by not having discipline and being and using his power and his access, and abusing that, and abusing women as a result. And when it all came to light and they pulled all the damn Cosby Show off of television and shit like that, that fucked with people's money. It wasn't just Bill Cosby. It fucked with everybody. Alvin, Sandra, Denise, Theo, Ruby, and motherfucking Vanessa. Everybody's money was fucked up. And Felicia Rashad. Let's not forget Auntie. Okay? So that's the reason why he had it. I don't even know why. I mean, I don't even know why I'm still talking about that. Fuck it. What else? There's a movie coming out, or a suggestion, a movie about Prince, and the suggestion is for Bruno Mars to play Prince. Right, I agree. That's so stupid. Why in the fuck would why would they put a Motown sounding artist in a place for Prince? I could see motherfucking what's his name, Bruno Mars, playing somebody like a Frankie Lyman or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, not even the fact that he don't look like Prince, he don't sound like Prince, but this is what I think. This is my theory on why I think these production companies and these movie houses say, here's a suggestion of we have a suggestion for a Prince movie, and here is our suggestion for somebody who should play Prince, and it absolutely has nothing to do with the person. That they don't look like it. It's not, it doesn't match. So we're like, okay, what the fuck? All right. So I believe that these movie production houses, they know that we as a people are emotionally connected to artists, music artists, actors, whoever they are. We're emotionally connected, and we are an emotionally reactionary people. This is the reason why I don't understand why you niggas don't understand why Cardi B react like that. We are an emotional reactionary people. When we react, it's emotion. A lot of emotion comes from that. And we get into a place where we have to voice our disdain for a suggestion, and our voices speak loud and as one. And what that does in turn, unbeknownst to us, is promote those movies for these production houses. Let's make the niggas emotional. Let's get them riled up. We ain't gonna use Bruno Mars, but we need somebody to start talking about this shit. Let's say Bruno Mars, because we know they really had an issue with Bruno Mars about 6 or 7 months ago. You know, the appropriation bullshit. Let's talk about, let's put Bruno Mars in the mix. We know we ain't gonna use him. Miguel would be a perfect person to play Prince, but let's do that. So they could get emotional about it and start talking about how they hate it and doesn't make sense, and make 5 or 6 or 7 videos about it. They can promote it for free. That's my theory on why these movie houses and production companies do bullshit like that. They know we are emotionally invested in our entertainers. So why not use us? That's my theory. Then I saw this video clip. I don't know. It was these models. It was a black model, Asian model. Looked like, I couldn't tell what she was, but she looked probably like maybe, I want to say she was like some Latin descent. Something. She wasn't black, and she looked kind of like her eyes were slanted. She might have been a Filipino. You know what I mean? Like an Asian, Latino. You know what I'm saying? But they were talking about diversity, and then there was 2 white girls, blonde hair, talking about, they were like, what? Diversity? What? And the girl was like, the Asian girl was like, I don't think you understand, you know, in the modeling industry, a lot of dark-skinned women were not allowed to walk the runways because the designer wanted to have only white women. And it was hard for us to get jobs because of these ideas. They didn't want dark-skinned women. They didn't want Asian women. They didn't want Latin women. They only wanted white women. And the white girls were sitting there like, what? Oh my God. I mean, like, I don't understand, because I mean, I've lived all over working, and I had to live, I didn't know how to speak Paris. I didn't know how to speak Spain. Bitch, what are you saying? You know how many times it's so hard to be blonde? You know how many times I have to dye my hair in order to keep these highlights up? Like, for real, not completely dismissing what these girls were talking about. Oh my God, it was so disgusting. It made me so sick. But this is how they think. Like, bitch, your issues are what? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. So since I don't know what you're talking about, I'm going to totally dismiss your concern about diversity in the modeling industry. If you guys have Amazon Prime, I want you to watch, I think it's called 1976 Versailles Fashion Show. And it was about how the black women went to fucking Paris and turned it the fuck out, a fashion show, and changed the fashion industry for good, in terms of saying, oh, these black women, they walk differently. They're fluid and they walk. They're not stiff. They move like they're riding on motherfucking angel wings. Why aren't we putting more black women in fashion shows? Go watch it. It's so interesting. And you can see all the black fashion icons who walk that stage and who are so beautiful, beautiful black women. They turned the modeling fashion show game on its head. Because they understood, like, God damn, we've been using these stiff-ass white girls and these black girls because of our own racist-ass, bigot-ass ideas. We've been missing out on such a wonderful show. These black women up here strutting, walking, and giving you fucking life. Go watch that so you can be empowered and understand what it is. It was beautiful. I loved it. It's called, I'll put it in the thing. 1976. It said Versailles Fashion Show. Just put in Versailles and you'll see it. It's about black women making their goddamn mark in the fashion industry. The models. That girl's talking, oh my God, do you know how hard it is to be blonde? I have to go get white. And this girl's talking about her not being able to get jobs because of her skin color. And bitch, you worried about your blonde highlights. Bitch, fuck out of here. Anyways, that's my time. It's been 37 minutes. I'm not going to edit this video. I'm just going to let it go. All my hemming and hawing. Phyllis Diller behind me. She almost hit the back of my shit. I was going to get out and beat her motherfucking ass. Would that have been ghetto if I got out and beat this woman's ass for tailgating me and rear-ending me? She getting ready to get cussed out. Where are you going? It's one car. One car. Bitch. Where are you going? It's traffic. Oh my God. Anyways, y'all, I'm out of here. Peace.